Well, hey guys, welcome. It is 3 o'clock Thursday afternoon. This is my first ever attempt at trying a live stream, so I'm just gonna wait a few minutes here and make sure people can hear me and make sure that the audio is coming through. Please give me a thumbs up or let me know if you can hear me and everything's coming through okay. I'll just take a look at my screen here, getting a few thumbs up. Colin, good to see you there. Just checking here. Let's see, make sure everybody can hear me okay. Okay. Let's see here. We got another thumbs up, which is great. Just checking one more thing. Let's see here. Okay, I think we're good. So I want to talk today a little bit about what's going on out there. This is a truly unprecedented situation that we're all dealing with. Things are progressing rapidly on a day-to-day basis, and I've spent the past week or so talking to all of my clients personally, and many times for that matter. And I've spoken to a number of them last Friday, and things have dramatically ramped up in intensity just since then. And so here we are, and it's Thursday, and a lot more is happening. So the general and overall reaction from a number of my clients is some are scared, obviously, some are nervous, and a number of them are seeing opportunity, and they're seeing ways to change the way they work, and they see ways to pivot, which is great. And so there's lots of opportunity here. I am an optimist, and I do believe we will recover from this, and we will get better for it. I think the companies that are going to do the best, that are going to come out the other side of this in really great shape, are the ones that are looking forward now and thinking what needs to change right now and what needs to change moving into the future. And so there's a lot we need to do. So I've made a few notes here, and I want to talk about, again, things we can be doing right now, and also things that are going to make you a stronger, better, more profitable, more customer engaged company than you are now when we're on the recovery here. So this should be an obvious, but now is the time to be keeping really close contact with your clients. Now is the time to be doubling down on those efforts, not to necessarily be selling them and pitching them more products or services, but to really just be adding value to what you do for them already. So if you look back at my LinkedIn articles or my LinkedIn posts over the last few weeks, I've been talking about my Pick 3 process. Now, my Pick 3 process is what I think is the simplest, most effective customer engagement process on the planet. And I do this with large companies, with small companies. It's one of the first things I often get companies doing when I'm working with them, who say, we want to be more customer centric, or we want to provide more value to our existing clients. So this is one of the most simplest things you can do. Now, I give this process away for free. You can go look at my last post. There's a direct link to a workbook, and companies can take this and they can run with it. They don't need me at all. Now, many clients do engage me to help them with it, but you can go back, you can grab this. I'll make sure I post a link with this live stream as well, but you can go grab that and you can start implementing this right now. But very simply, reach out and offer to help. See what your clients need right now and just have a discussion with them. See how they're feeling about things and what you can do to add value. The second big thing that I've talked to a lot of clients about is the shift, and the big shift that's going to change to everything from travel to the way we work to working from home. And what a lot of companies are doing is starting to think about the assets that they can build now that are going to help them right now, but also help them in the future. So assets meaning salespeople probably aren't going to be on the road as much for the foreseeable future. So what can you create now that's an asset right now that you can use and something that you can leverage later on. So think about webinars, think about video presentations, think about getting everybody up on something like this, on LinkedIn Live or anywhere else they can live stream. Now is the time, again, to be doubling down on these efforts. So it's really about thinking, what can you build now that's going to help us right now, and what's going to help us in the recovery as well. The third point I want to make today is that investments in training shouldn't stop. In fact, now is the time, again, to be continuing to invest in skills upgrades, both internally, externally, seeing what you can do to help your people get better. So again, I've talked to people that train for a living, that go in and help companies do various things, and a lot of that business has been canceled. But there's a lot of value that people like myself and my colleagues can provide. But now's the time to be looking at ways to upgrade your skills. We've all got some free time. So that to-do list, those things we've talked about doing, now's the time to be thinking about what can we be doing to get stronger, to get better. The third point I want to make, or on that third point, as we shift to this new way of working, we're going to have to think about different ways of managing our teams, managing our people. When people work from home, it's not just as simply as giving them a laptop and saying, do everything you do at the office, but do it at home. There's going to be different processes that we need to put into place to measure that remote work, to make sure that there's clarity of the expectations that we expect from them. And so, again, there's going to be this great big shift, and now's the time to get on top of that. So if you need help with that, there's a lot of people that can help you out there. I know my friend Colin, who was chimed in a few minutes ago here. He left a little thumbs up there. Colin is an expert in helping companies really improve their productivity. And again, he's seeing an increased demand right now in potential work to help companies really understand how to shift to this new way of thinking. And again, this is going to change things dramatically. So it's not just right now, it's going to change far into the future, and it's going to change everything. I think my friend Roberta Matchison is here, who is a talent expert and works with organizations across the globe. Again, Roberta's work is going to change dramatically. She's going to be helping companies in far different ways to really make sure that they can engage their top people. And so if you need help with this, now's the time to get it. We're kind of in a contingency mode here where we're reacting to things, but this is the perfect time to be doubling down on skills upgrades and getting your people better. The fourth point that I want to talk today about is process development. So my audience, my Tuesday Tidbit newsletter readers know that every week I'm hammering home on the importance of process, from their sales process to their customer experience process, to their onboarding process, to the importance of a referral generation process. Again, we could have been thinking about these things for a long time, and they're extremely important, but now we've got the time to actually do it. So I do a one-day sales process event. I've done a few of those in the past couple months on site with clients, with numerous salespeople. Again, those events aren't happening for a long time, but it doesn't mean we can't still help your team build those skills and get up to speed with where they need to be. So you need to be thinking about your sales process. You need to be thinking about your ongoing customer engagement process. So again, I talked about the Pick 3. That's the perfect customer engagement process. It's so simple, and it's something that anybody watching this should take and give to your sales teams, give to your clients. If you're a consultant or a colleague of mine, this is the type of thing that any company right now with a sales team sitting around wondering, how are we going to navigate in this new world that we found ourselves in? This is the perfect way to do it. And finally, the fifth point that I want to talk about today is just finding ways to shift the financial burden now and over time. So again, there's a lot of concern here. There's a lot of people talking about cutting expenses, but you're also seeing this great big shift where people are adopting and finding new ways to do things. And so, my gym has now instantly switched over to live workouts. We're streaming those, and they're running classes. And I talked to a client today who said his wife is enjoying a yoga studio that she loved in Houston that's doing the exact same thing. And so every business out there is looking for ways to adopt and to shift and to try and change and find new ways of doing things. So new revenue streams are definitely important to be considering right now. Again, but the way that you bring those new revenue streams to market is going to change. New ways of doing things. So again, this idea of working from home, we're going to have better measures and better accountability for our people. And then, of course, the concept of creativity. So again, we need to get creative and we need to start thinking outside the box here. So that's a number of different things that we can be doing right now. So I'm just going to reiterate those for you. I'm just looking over at my computer here, any questions popping up yet, but again, very simple things to do. So weathering the storm, keeping close contact with your clients right now is more important than ever. Double down here, reach out, offer help, get in touch, be a pain, okay? If they tell you they need some space or they need some time, that's fine. But now's the time to be saying, look, what can we do to help you? How are you guys doing through this? What can we offer to make things a little bit easier for you? Now's the time to be doing this. If you need a simple way for your people to engage in this process, again, look back for my Pick 3 process. The second concept is building your assets, thinking about things that you can create now that will be helpful in the future. And I hear my children coming home, so I'm going to wrap this up now so I don't have to be that CBC reporter. But thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.